Hello and welcome all to Congo at Crossroads, blood, minerals, and the price of betrayal. I'm yours truly, Shadrach Bwire Kakai, and you're watching Jenga Kenya TV, unmasking the truth behind the news. Over the past 1 year, the Democratic Republic of Congo has been drenched in pain, its soil soaking up the blood of its sons and daughters. Estimates from humanitarian groups and government sources place the number of lives lost due to escalating violence in East Congo, especially in North Kivu and Ituri, at over 7,000 people. This number doesn't just represent statistics. It is an echo of wailing mothers, shattered dreams, and silenced future. At the center of this brutal maelstrom stands the M23 rebel group, a militia rising once more with alarming audacity. Backed by foreign interest, particularly from neighboring Rwanda, M23 has refused to back down, capturing towns, looting mineral-rich territories, and displacing over 7 million Congolese, turning the region into one of the world's most catastrophic humanitarian crises. But in all this confusion, one may ask, where is the African Union, ladies and gentlemen? Nowhere to be found, save for blunt praise statements and ceremonial condemnations. The African Union, an institution once envisioned as the unifying body of Africa's solidarity, has become a hollow shell compromised by the vested political and economic interest. Presidents who once saw brotherhood to each other now dine with mining lobbyists and foreign ambassadors, leaving Tshisekedi betrayed, alone, and cornered. He watches as his people perish, while fellow African leaders, applauded with the power and profit, look the other way. Some even suspect of clandestine dealings that benefit from Congo's instability. It is a twisted irony. The continent that once fought colonizers as a united front now turns on itself, blinded by greed. Let's consider the American gambit, Tshisekedi's desperate deal. Faced with abandonment and the real threat of a collapsing state, President Félix Tshisekedi has made a controversial move, seeking alliance with the US President Donald Trump. The deal? To access Congo's $24 trillion worth of minerals, cobalt, coltan, gold, and lithium, all in exchange for military hardware, intelligence support, and political backings. Tanks for tantalum, guns for gold, paper money printed on machines thousands of miles away in exchange for Congo's ancient irreplaceable resources. Is this a calculated geopolitical move, or is Tshisekedi simply a desperate man trading sovereignty for survival? Let's consider Africa's eternal curse, ladies and gentlemen, wealth without power. Africa's story has always been paradoxical. It is the richest continent in the natural resources, yet the poorest in capital and stability. Congo has enough lithium to power every electric vehicle in the world. It has enough gold to destabilize global market. It has enough timber to rebuild cities. And yet, its children die of hunger. Why? Why, ladies and gentlemen? The question is simple. Because Africa has never truly valued itself. The continent continues to accept paper currency, built on debt and speculation, for materials that took millions of years to form. As trees fall and minerals are scrapped from the earth, what does Africa get? Aid, loans, and empty promises. Let's look at the weapons, the war, and the superpower playbook. Now, Tshisekedi wants ammunition to protect his people. But let's not pretend we haven't seen this script before. Remember Ukraine? A war that began as a conflict of sovereignty became a global stage for arms disposal and weapon marketing. Billions in arms shipments, many of them outdated, flooded the country. Superpowers profited, industries boomed, and old arsenals found new battlegrounds. What makes us think DRC won't be the next showroom for America's defense contractors? When the mineral deal is linked, will peace be a priority, or will war become profitable again? Will the deal be fair, or will Congo be sold again? History is whispering a warning. From the Berlin Conference to today's mineral deals, Africa has always been shortchanged. Unless accountability and transparency are backed into an agreement, Tshisekedi's deal will only fatten America's industrial complex. It is unlikely the term will be fair unless the people demand it, unless civil society rises, unless leaders start seeing Congo not as a vault to be plundered, but as a legacy to be protected. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, can Africa save itself? The answer is yes, but only on one condition: if only it wakes up. Africa must choose between two futures: one where it remains a pawn in the global chessboard, or one where it becomes the architect of its own destiny. To do so, it must first purge its leadership of corruption, confront foreign puppeteers, and reclaim its soul. Tshisekedi's deal with Trump may be a short-term lifeline, but it should not be a long-term coffin. The people of Congo deserve peace, they deserve prosperity, and above all, they deserve leaders who will no longer sell them for profit. If you find this conversation meaningful, remember to give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe to this, because it means the whole world to us. You have been watching Jenga Kenya TV. This has been yours truly, Shadrach Kakai, unmasking the truth behind the news. See you in our next video.